Satnam, and welcome to day 4 on the course of success and prosperity. As I'm beginning one step at a time, I'm going to talk about my steps. What were my first few steps? And apart from that 24 rupees I spoke about yesterday, when I had to go and sit in Taj and look at people and study them and see how they carried themselves, how they walked, what kind of clothes they wore, how they picked up a fork and knife, those kind of things. One of the other things I invested in heavily from day one, including up to right now, is the way I dress up. Now, I came from a background where I used to wait for my cousin brothers to get tired of their clothes, and they used to take it off, and if they found a hole in it, especially, or if it was damaged, or if it looked old, they would give it to me. So I used to wear hand-me-downs. And so when I started earning a little bit of money, in those days we had something called Fashion Street. And Fashion Street had export surplus clothes which used to cost 25 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees for a shirt, which normally in a shop would cost 800 rupees, 600 rupees. So I would go to Fashion Street religiously every month, and I would pick up shirts and pants which were really nice. They were good. And I used to dress up myself from that time. Of course, when I started earning good money, you have no idea the kind of money I used to spend on clothes. I mean, there was no price that you could show me on a jacket. I spent up to 3 lakh rupees for a jacket. I've spent like 1 lakh rupees on a pair of shoes. And there was no limit. Because, now why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you to go and spend 1 lakh rupees on shoes. I'm telling you that you have to dress up to the best of your capacity and capability. Now, again, what I said yesterday, it does not mean to be stupid and wear something with a big brand written over there. No. That's a put off. When I'm wearing a brand, you won't even know it. You should know that you're wearing that brand. It's not to show somebody else. It's the confidence that it gives you when you have dressed smartly. Again, it's not about taking a credit card, going on a shopping binge, making up a huge bill, and then don't know how to pay the money. You have to be able to afford it. But dressing up well is one of the things that most people ignore. I know people who have a shitload of money and are ambitious. They want to grow. They want to become successful. They want to become more successful. But they don't pay attention to dressing up. One of the first things that I teach people who come to me for coaching, for success, especially for success and prosperity and career, is, boss, you have to learn how to dress up well. And if that means sitting and watching and going to to Instagram and seeing what Gucci is doing right now, what Prada is doing right now, you can't afford it, fine, but at least understand the trends. And dressing up well doesn't mean that you have to be prim and proper with your shirt tucked in, and wearing a brand new shoes. No. That's the whole point. There's one thing called dressing up. There's one thing called dressing down. Now, the thing about dressing down is only when you have learned how to dress up, only when you know what dressing up means, you learn how to dress down so casually that I can go to a party and of 500 people and I'll be the most underdressed person. I would be wearing a white t-shirt and just a light blue pair of jeans and a sneaker. But yet, it would appear that I'm the most well-dressed. It's just the way you carry yourself. And you can carry yourself in a plain white t-shirt and just a plain jeans and sneakers only when you have a nice wardrobe and you know how to carry yourself with good clothes. It's an art. I want you to understand how important that art is. I have people, again, that example I gave you, that I know people who had the money, but they used to go and buy, clothes from Zodiac. They would go to Metro Shoes and buy shoes from there. And they thought it's new, it's brand new, and it's nice, and this and that. I said, no. That's, if you're doing a business, you're trying to sell a painting costing 20 crores. You're dealing with somebody who can afford to buy 5 paintings cost 20 crores each. You have to understand that you have to come up to a certain standard. So whatever your standard is now, there are so many people on this course. Whatever your standard might be right now, I just want to make you aware what happens when you dress up. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing my kada right now. I mean, even my accessories, that kada which I always have in my hand, I don't know why I didn't wear it now. It's an antique. It costs 2 lakhs. It's just such a small thing. If I don't tell you the price, you won't know. And I'm not telling you this now to impress you or to show off. I'm telling you this because as a teacher, I want you to know what I do. How much importance I give to the small things, which most people won't even realize. But dressing up is an art. When you walk into your office, if you have a job, if you dress shabbily, if you're not dressed properly, if you're wearing anything that comes in your hand and you don't pay attention to it, as against somebody who's dressed perfectly, he's wearing the right attire, he's dressed smart, he looks good. I have a neighbor, name is Varun Bangera, and he dresses up so beautifully. He was single. He's not single anymore. He's engaged to Karishma Tanna. She's a superstar. She's like such a big actress. She's so famous. And for him to be matched up with her is just a sign of just what I'm trying to tell you exactly, that you attract the right kind of people, the right kind of spouse, the right kind of success. You impress in a way where it's how you should impress people. Don't neglect how you dress up. I made a whole video now. This is what I said. All the steps I took in my life to become successful, I'm tracing those same steps with you. So lay emphasis, lay importance on how you dress up. It's not about buying expensive clothes. I'm not telling you to go to a designer shop and buy something. To the best of what you can, do it to the best of your capacity, capability, and understanding. But train yourself to be smart, smartly dressed all the time. It's one thing you cannot compromise on. I'll see you tomorrow. Satnam.